But I do have a lot of followers, so just to let you know, I do free lives. My free lives are information that people pay hundreds of dollars for, and so I do my free lives and I answer questions. I don't answer all questions, but I answer questions. But I do, if you have a question about something specific that you need, if you're a salon professional, then you can book a pick my brain call, and we go and do consultations. It includes 2 calls. One is the call that I'm doing a consultation, figuring out what you need help with, helping you, and then the second call is us going over what you did to fix it. So like, I'll give you homework on the first call. The second thing is I do free lives about information on your skin. If you want a skin consultation, I also do skin consultations called skin improvement calls. You can book them on by clicking the link in the bio, and then we go into your skin routine, specific questions you have. I've done it where someone has sent me pictures. I've done it on not on Skype. I've done it on FaceTime. And then for Pick My Brain calls, I can do them on Zoom. I've done those on Zoom. So that's the announcements, because, yeah, Instagram, I have new people on here, didn't know, so I need to make that announcement, okay? Okay. So now let's get into introduction and then content. So the content today will be 4 ways to do a faster Brazilian wax. If you don't know who I am, I'll introduce myself, but the reason why I want to do this topic is because I can get people down to a 15-minute Brazilian if they've never done waxing before, but also I can get you down to a 9-minute if you have been waxing before. Hey, Pinky Poo, 39, welcome. So if you're new, again, drop where you are. I'll try to introduce you. And then if you are new, I am Beka. I am a prowaxer and skin therapist. I got my esthetician license when I was in high school, and then would wax people when I was in the dorms. I was the regional trainer for European Wax and the lead esthetician at Equinox. I decided to open up 3B Waxing in 2017, and I help people remove unwanted hair, acne, discoloration, and ingrowns. I have my own product line, which is my exfoliating pads. I have brightening, ingrown and acne, and then the fruit enzyme pads that are chemical exfoliants that are good for sensitive skin that have been sold in the US, the UK, and in Canada. I help estheticians start their own product line, help them with their salon suites, and help them improve on their waxing techniques through my classes, courses, and Pick My Brain calls. And then I am on here. I'm trying to be on here consistently and be diligent about Tuesday through Friday, giving free classes and free information that you would usually go places to pay for this information. So that's my goal, is to be consistent with that. And then if you want to connect with me and get wax and skin tips on your phone, you can text 3B, or as V. Shea wrote on there, 3B to 31996. Or if you are a salon professional and you want tips and information to build your salon and those things sent to your phone, then you can text Salon, SALONTEA, to 31996. So that's what we got going on. Hey, Bree Pop Bottles, welcome back. Hey, Hair by Egel, I think I say that right. Welcome. And then Priscilla, hey Priscilla, welcome back. Hair, he said, I love the text tips. Thank you so much. I know I sent one yesterday about, I'm going to be on to live, so thanks. Which one of your pad wipes could you use on your private area for darkness? All of them you can use for on your Brazilian area. The one for darkness is the brightening pads. So I have the acne ingrown, the brightening pads, and the fruit enzyme pads. The brightening have lactic acid and kojic acid. The lactic exfoliates and helps lighten, and the kojic helps lighten, as well as the licorice. Welcome to the room, Sasha. So let's get into content. So how many of you do Brazilian waxing or have gotten it done? We can do a poll. I always am bad at figuring out these polls. Hey Marie, welcome to the room. Let's say 1, you perform Brazilian waxing. You do Brazilian waxes, or you do Brazilian sugaring, you do Brazilians. 2, you don't do Brazilians or waxing, you don't do it on people or do sugaring, but you've gotten it done. And 3, you do both. Does that make sense? Just thank you. I'll be making a purchase. Thank you so much, Hot Queen. Thank you, thank you. Teacher said just did mine. You sugar wax. Yes, doing yours is doing your own. That's a whole nother broadcast about doing it yourself, because you sweat. At least for me, I sweat more. I'm like, whoo. Takes me longer to do it on myself than it does on someone else. So we got a lot of 3s. You do it on people and you have gotten it done. Good. I think it's important if you do it on other people that you have at least had the service done one time. Anyone just do it on other people, or anyone who just get it done and don't do it on other people, that's totally fine too. So thank you so much for the 3s. Welcome to the room, Mel's Beauty and Tanning. Welcome, welcome. Again, if you're just joining, that's my insulin pump. I am a type 1 diabetic. So that is what you hear, because I do need to change it tonight. Okay, so why am I talking about this? So I am talking about this because I have helped a lot of estheticians get faster at waxing because of these little things that will help you. If you are trying to get faster at your Brazilians, my backstory is that I can do a 9-minute Brazilian. I was at a level at the job I was at where I had to do a lot in one time. Welcome to the room, Chloe. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining. So I was at the level where I had to do 2 facial features, an underarm and a Brazilian in 15 minutes. And then if they were late, which you guys know which company it is, if they were 9 minutes late, I still had to take them. So about 6 minutes where I had to do all those services. So I know how to work fast and efficient. I choose not to do that anymore at 3B Waxing. I choose to do a more luxury experience. I can still do a fast Brazilian and I work fast, but it's not a, hey, how you doing? Let's get you on here. What's been going on? Get you. It's more of an experience, different kind of experience. But I know how to help people if you are looking to do fast Brazilian. Sorry, I have to put the charger in. Hey, Miss Reddy. How are you? Welcome to the room. So if you are looking to speed up your Brazilian waxes, then I can tell you how to do that. Or if you just want to get more effective with your time. This is a live for those who are spa professionals, but if you are just someone who goes and gets the wax, that's totally fine. This may help you to understand what goes on during your waxing. So y'all ready for number 1? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Okay, so you ready for number 1? Number 1 is, this is obvious, honestly, but some people don't realize this, is move. I never knew getting wax could be that fast. When I get mine done, I be about a whole hour for full body. So that you can do an hour for a full body. That does make sense. But yeah, you can do it fast. Do that fast. Bruce said yes. Okay, so number 1. This may be simple, but it's actually something to think about. How close is your bed? So my number 1 tip is move your bed closer. But really, how close is your bed? Are you having to take steps? I know when I was training to get faster, someone noticed that I was taking steps to go to my bed. So from the wax pot to the bed, I was doing like 2 steps. Hey, it's mommy. How are you? Welcome to the room. So just those 2 steps really can change your timing. I have seen waxers who are really fast, and their method, and let me tell you, I'm not a body mechanics expert. I have a massage therapist. I have multiple massage therapists. I know a massage therapist who helps, estheticians with their body mechanics, and my body mechanics aren't the best. I'm going to say that disclaimer right now. But I do stretch. Like when I do stretches, I take care of my body. That's how I do it when I remember to stretch. One thing though, I have seen fast waxers do, and I have done when I was working really fast, is put my bed so close to me that I didn't have to take any steps. So really my only movement was the wax pot to the body. the wax pot to the body. So that is one way you can speed up. So say you may not want to do 9-minute Brazilians, but you're like, you know what? I know that there are certain times where I'm going to need to speed things up. Like say when someone's late, but you're still going to take them, or someone wants to add a Brazilian real quick and you only really set time for a brow. You're like, okay, let me just move the bed closer, do these things, really putting the pot where you have it there, and you're just doing a turn of your waist does help a lot. So just be mindful and think, oh, am I taking steps in between the wax pot and the bed, right? So that's number one. Number two, any question about number one and the bed? Number two is the temperature of the room matters. So 70, I found that the room being at 70 is good for laying strips really fast and doing it, but it also depends on your wax. So this is something I've talked a little bit about in that wax book that I came out with, is that the temperature of the room does matter with, you know, laying strips and that kind of thing. And then also the climate of where you live. Hey, Lily, welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. The temperature of the room does matter. So if you're trying to go fast, you want to have your air conditioning more on the cold side. So where is the book? The book is, if you click the link in the bio under professionals, it's the wax supply book. And I go into the 3 waxes I use and information on how the room should be and different things about the climate. Welcome to the room, Solo Sunshine. Welcome, welcome. So the temperature of the room, I found 70 degrees is like, you know, optimal if you're working fast. Some people are a little cold, so I'll turn it off. But you do want to see and play around with the temperature of like what's going to make you go faster. Because if I'm working slower, which I used to work really fast, now I work like at a medium pace, I still lay about 3 to 4 strips. So if you're laying 3 to 4 strips at one time, because then you're going to want the air to be, you actually may want the air to be like in the middle, not so much 70, because then you can dry out your strips and they'll crack. But the clinic at my school is super cold because we sugar a lot. Yeah, same. Yeah, so it's like, I'm not really sure on, I personally don't know much about the sugaring temperatures, but I know for waxing temperatures, they like it cold so everything can set. I did take this class, and this is no like, oh, this person did it wrong, because I know everyone has their own way of doing things, because I continue to take classes and I share my information and share what I've done. But I did take this class, this was a few years ago now, and they used a fan so they would lay a strip and then hold the fan, like a handheld fan, to dry it off. Personally, for me, that's not gonna work, because I mean I'm going slow, but I ain't going that slow. So yeah, temperature matters. So that's number 2. Number 3 is if you tweeze. So I do tweezing afterwards on my Brazilians, like to get any ones that are stubborn. I talk about, oh, you need to be exfoliating if there's hairs. If there's hairs that are just above the skin, and I'm like, if I scrape it just a little bit and a hair comes out, I'm like, okay, you need to exfoliate, and I'm tweezing. I have strips laid though while I am tweezing. So I'm not just tweezing and sitting there. No, I'm multitasking. So the whole thing of a Brazilian is there's a lot of multitasking involved, because, and I've talked about this on a live before, is that not only am I waxing and making sure I'm giving enough pressure and analyzing your skin and doing all this stuff, I'm talking to you, right? I'm making conversation and my little jokes and my weird stuff that I do, because y'all know, well, if you get waxed from me, you know, like I'm making weird jokes. But anyways, yeah, so you want to have 2 things going at a time when you're tweezing. So if you're going afterwards and tweezing, or if you do any ingrown removal, you definitely want to keep strips on. So those are your cleanup strips. When I teach in my Brazilian classes, I teach like, okay, here is a pattern to use and this is how to lay it. Obviously, you're going to stray away from the pattern a little because everyone's hair type isn't the same, right? Everyone's direction of their hair is different, but it's a guide. But the cleanup strips aren't really guided. Like I don't have a certain guide for the cleanup strips. It's just you kind of clean up. The only one I do are my big ones, going from the butt to the labia. After everything's done, it really cleans up the inside and the outside of everything. But for the most part, there is no real guide with cleanup. And so while you're doing those strips, you need to be tweezing. Don't just tweeze to tweeze, right? Or tweeze on its own. Any questions about that? Any questions? Any questions on that? Then I'll give you the fourth one, and then we'll do Q&A. I'm really deciding if I'm going to go to that dance class or not. I don't know. Okay, so no questions on those three that I talked about. Okay. You lay strips on your hard wax for Brazilians. Can you rephrase the question? I don't understand it. You lay strips on your hard wax for Brazilians. Can you rephrase it? And then I'll answer it. While she's rephrasing that question, y'all ready for 4 drops and 4s? And then we'll do the last one. And we'll be all set. I meant, do you lay strips on your hard wax for Brazilians? Can you do the whole question again? So because I'm kind of confused. No, the strips are the hard wax. She doesn't put them on. Oh, thanks for Tidra for mentioning that. Yes, I'm saving this live, Chloe. So, I do not use strip wax. So, good question, Brie. Thanks, Tidra, for answering that. I use hard wax. I think that's what you're asking. So, hard wax, I don't use any strips. I just lay the hard wax and then pull. So if you use, I have done a live on this, soft wax versus hard wax. With soft wax, you lay the amount on, you put the strip on, and then you pull. I have experience with it. I prefer hard wax, honestly. In your opinion, does the type of wax hard versus make a difference with speed? You can do speed waxing with hard wax or soft wax. I teach only on hard wax because that's, what I like. I know people, and I have done leg speed waxing. I don't feel like I'm a fast soft waxer, just to be honest. Like I'm fast, but I'm not that fast. But you can do both either way. Okay, I use that. Also, I think it's better than strip. Yeah, everybody has their preferences. I really prefer hard wax. We don't either, but I have seen people do it. Yeah. Oh, you've seen people put the strip on. And now that you talk about that, someone did that, years ago, and when I was in school. I think they might have done that. I gotta think about that. But it's really kind of a waste of a strip, right? Because, and using hard wax is more expensive than soft wax. That's just known. Like if you're going to do a leg wax with hard wax, it's more expensive. It is what it is. Okay, so y'all ready for 4? Okay, so 4 is, and this is something I preach. I feel like I'm on my soapbox when I'm training, but pressure is so important. I tell when I'm training is you will break the stick before you before you hurt the client. You will break the stick before you hurt the client. You will break the stick before you hurt the client. So how I remember things like when I'm studying stuff, is I turn it into like raps and songs. Like even when I'm teaching, if that's how you remember stuff, then we will make raps and songs out of it, right? So you will break the stick before you hurt the client. You'll break the stick before you hurt the client. So a lot of pressure. And the reason why this is a point for getting faster Brazilians, because the cleaner you can make your initial strips, obviously, the less cleanup you're going to have to do and the less tweezing, right? So pressure. The more pressure you can do, and just push. And pressure goes for applying the strip as well as after you remove it, pressing down so it hurts less for the person getting waxed, right? So lots of pressure. That is one of the biggest things I see is something that can improve waxing is, welcome to the room, Stacy, welcome, is the pressure. When you're training with me, if you do a one-on-one, because I have multiple trainings. The one in Vegas, I am going to bring my wax pot for the one in Vegas, because we're going to work on picking up wax resin, but we aren't going to be applying it to somebody. But one thing I do in my one-on-one trainings, the full 8-hour day, is that we're going to go over a lot on pressure and seeing what your pressure is, because that is so important on your timing, right? And how much wax you're getting. Welcome to the room, Lavine. I think I'm saying that correctly. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So that is the fourth one. If you find this valuable, let me know. And if you have any Q&A, we're going to open it up. I'm going to do some Q&A, a little bit of Q&A before I head out. I still don't know if I'm going to be Lavine. I said it right. Okay, yes. Said it right the first time. Well, welcome to the room, Lavine. And we're just ending. We're talking about 4 ways to do the fast Brazilian for those spa professionals. If you're not a spa professional, this information does help a little bit if you get waxes. I usually come on here and give information about different skin tips and stuff like that. I'll reintroduce myself. I am Beka. I'm a pro waxer. I've been waxing since I was in high school. Oh, you had your first one done today. Woo! Welcome to the club. We had someone in the spa today get their first one, and I was like, you're gonna feel amazing. You'll feel so sexy. It's so much cleaner. I just did a live about this recently. It's the best feeling. Welcome to the room, Tib. So if anyone has any questions, just drop them below. I'm gonna introduce myself, and then we'll end in this live really soon. But congrats. Welcome to the other side. Everyone should have the Brazilian on their bucket list. It's just amazing. So welcome to the club. Yeah, so drop your questions. It wasn't as bad as anticipation. Yeah, the anticipation actually is the worst part, right? And the anticipation is what's scary. Everyone says that. The girl today, when she got, she goes, that really wasn't bad. I was anticipating so much worse. And I was like, exactly. I said, I'm scared to get one. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. It's the best thing. Definitely come back if you're new. I do more lives. Today's one about to spa professionals, but I talk about different things for Brazilian waxing. Don't be scared. Just exfoliate before. Click the link in the bio under, oh no, it's not under, it's everything to know about Brazilian waxing. Grab that. If you're really thinking about getting one but don't know how to prepare and stuff, I talk about exfoliating, your hair growth cycles, and all that. Download it. It'll be good. Does your book cover the different maps for Brazilians? No, because this is just the ebook for supplies. So the wax supply book goes into what supplies you need, and then where I get them, and it goes into like my little things about the supplies. So like the wax, I go into the 3 I use and mix, and then like the temperatures, and I give like little insights for each of the supplies. So I buy in bulk. That's one thing that I talk about, in there because it saves you money. So those are, it's all about the supplies. It's not into mapping. I don't have an ebook for Brazilian waxing. I will go into the mapping in Vegas when I do the introductory Brazilian class. So we're gonna do all about mapping. That's probably going to be the majority of the time, is when to lay strips and get into a sequence, because once you get in that sequence, you can change it up. So that's what we'll really be doing in Vegas. Would you guys be interested in like a virtual of that mapping? I probably will do a virtual of it, but right now I am doing a workshop of it. How do you talk to your clients while getting Brazilian? So first of all, like we talked about yesterday, I don't know if you came to the live, is I talked about consultations, right? So first I get that stuff out of the way. I've been doing this for a very long time, right? So like I say in my introduction, I've been waxing for 9 years, started in high school, got my license, and then in college. So I have, been doing this a long time. So in the beginning, I just stuck with what they needed to know. So like, you need to be asking how often you're exfoliating, what are you using at home, what's your lifestyle like, those kind of things. And then as I got better, I was able to now we just go into so many conversations and I can work while I talk. I've been really good at it because I've done it so long. So I would recommend in the beginning just having 3 or 4 questions about the skincare that and then maybe 1 question that's personal. So that way, once you get into the skincare questions, then you can start analyzing the skin and talking with them and, assessing things and what products they need and stuff like that. And then 1 personal, so that way they can talk and get their mind off of what's going on, right? Because a lot of times, like when I get waxed, I don't want to be sitting in silence. I want to be talking about my life, right? Everybody talks about their life. I won't be able to make it to Vegas. Yes, please, yes. So yeah, I plan on coming out with that one. And then if you ever just want to, because it may take a while before I get to that class, you can do a pick my brain session and we can literally just go over mapping directly for you. So that's, I think you may have missed the announcements, but pick my brain session is really like, what do you have trouble with? How it would look for if you want a Brazilian mapping is you would just say, okay, I want to get faster with my Brazilians, how to map. So then the first call would be us going through the mapping of it, because it's about 12 strips and then clean up, 12 to 13 strips, going through them. We would do it probably on Zoom so I can, and then the second call would be seeing how it's going, following up. Have you been memorizing everything? So that is how a pick my brain call would do in the meantime, if you just want to get the mapping right away. And then also the good thing about it is, because there's like different tiers to my products. So like ebook, then there's like video, but then there's like one-on-one. So it's customized like to exactly what you're doing, your surroundings, what's going on with you. So that is how it kind of works. So if you do need to book a pick my brain session, you can click the link in the bio under professionals, and then you can do that. So if that is all the questions, I do have the wax ebook for supplies available. Click link in the bio. It's under professionals and it has all the supplies. That is all for today. I will leave, this is a live that I will keep up. Definitely information to improve for your Brazilian waxing. If you found this helpful, let me know. Welcome Designs to Tank. Welcome to the room. We're actually about to close out. I hope everyone has a good day. I don't even know if I'm gonna go to dance. I know that my blood sugar is low and I'm about to drink some juice, but I hope everyone has a great Wednesday, and I will see you. I don't know if I will be on tomorrow, which I plan to as my new goal to do Tuesday through Friday. Valuable information, information that I try to do free lives. Thank you for the hearts that you would pay hundreds of dollars for, but they're free to give you this information. Welcome to the room, Cam. So I am going to head out. Thanks for the hearts and have a great